Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, your daily dose of English vocabulary. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm so excited to learn together today. Our word for today is cousin. What does cousin mean? Well, a cousin is the child of your uncle or aunt. Think of it this way: your mom or dad has brothers and sisters, right? Those brothers and sisters are your aunts and uncles and their children. Well, those are your cousins. So, a cousin is a relative, someone in your family. It's a very common word, and you'll hear it used all the time. For example, my cousin is coming to visit me next week. Or, I have lots of cousins on my mother's side of the family. Now, let's explore some words that have a similar meaning to cousin. We can use the word relative in a similar way. For example, she is a close relative of mine, a cousin actually. Another word we could use, though it's a much broader term, is family member. For instance, my cousin is a beloved family member. So, cousin, relative, and family member can sometimes be used to describe that same relationship, but remember, cousin is specifically the child of your aunt or uncle. It's a more precise term. Now, what about antonyms? Words that mean the opposite of cousin? Well, it's a little tricky because cousin describes a specific family relationship. It doesn't really have a direct antonym. But we can think about people who are not related to you. You could say stranger is the opposite because a cousin is family and a stranger is someone you don't know, someone not related to you. For example, the opposite of my cousin in this scenario is a stranger. Another way to think about it is non-relative. For example, my friend is a non-relative. My cousin is family. These aren't perfect opposites, but they highlight the contrast between being related and not being related. Now, let's talk about how we use the word cousin in everyday life. You might say, I'm going to my cousin's wedding on Saturday. Or, my cousin and I grew up together. It's a word that comes up frequently when talking about family gatherings, holidays, or shared memories. You might hear someone say, she's like a cousin to me, even if they're not technically related, meaning they're as close as family. The word cousin can also be used in expressions, although not as commonly as other family words. However, you might hear someone say, he's a distant cousin, meaning they're not very close either in relationship or in emotional connection. Here are some more usage examples. I'm meeting my cousin for coffee at 3 p.m. My cousin lives in another country. My cousin is a doctor. I have 2 cousins who are twins. We always play games with our cousins during the holidays. Spending time with my cousins is the best part of summer. My cousin is my best friend. I learned how to ride a bike from my cousin. My cousin always makes me laugh. We share a lot of inside jokes with our cousins. My cousin is visiting from London. I'm so proud of my cousin's accomplishments. My cousin and I are planning a trip together. My cousin is a great cook. We exchange gifts with our cousins every Christmas. My cousin and I have known each other since we were babies. My cousin is a teacher. I look up to my cousin a lot. My cousin is always there for me. I'm going to visit my cousin next month. Remember, a cousin is the child of your aunt or uncle. We explored some synonyms like relative and family member and touched on the idea that stranger or non-relative could be seen as contrasting ideas. We also looked at how we use cousin in everyday conversations. Thanks so much for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you learned something new about the word cousin. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others find our show and learn English too. Now, for your homework, create your own sentence using the word cousin and share it as a comment below the video. I can't wait to read your examples. See you next time on Hello Word.